Welcome back to the Marine Corps Movie Minute, where we discuss the movies of the Marine Corps 1 minute at a time. This Monday is minute 70 of Heartbreak Ridge. This minute begins with Gunny quizzing Aponte about what kind of job he wants to have. And it ends with Stitch Jones left on the side of the road.
Doing the old lefty right or left.
Yep. It's turnabout is fair play, if you will.
Yeah.
Well,
Noticing the theme here where Gunny's leaving fucking Stitch to walk.
yeah. Well, since we didn't cover it and it's Monday, how you doing, Perry?
I'm good, brother. How you doing, man?
I'm good. I'm good. You ready to talk about Heartbreak Ridge?
Yeah, let's do this, man. It's been a little bit since we've been able to do this, so I look forward to it. And I'm hoping everybody else is too.
Yeah. Pick up from Friday when Gunny and Stitch showed up unannounced at Aponte's house.
Yeah, how's that for a how do you do?
Yeah.
It's not Jehovah's Witnesses or the fucking Avon lady. It's your boss.
It's hard to tell, but I think we talked about it before. I think these are they do seem like they're it's a mobile home. Yeah. No, you can see it. Most of those are mobile homes, so it looks like this is a mobile home park. It's hard to tell if this is like the mobile home park maybe on base or just off base, and he just lives off base. And I'm assuming he lives off base, and that's why he was able to get away with maybe not being as readily available in previous scenes.
Yeah, yeah, not quite as close to base,
right?
Or to the barracks. Yeah.
As I said, Gunny's playing career planner. Go ahead.
First, I want to say that Aponte is punching way above his weight.
Oh yeah, yeah. I noticed that.
Good for Aponte.
I do like the fact that there's like there's only 2 kids.
Yeah.
But I swear to God, is like growing up, I always just assumed he had like 4 or 5 kids in the house. Because it just seemed like mass chaos. I think it's because both kids are about the same age.
Which is mass chaos, yes.
Yeah, and and they're fussing the whole time. In fact, even Gunny tells one of them to quiet, will you?
yeah. He doesn't seem cut out for children at all.
No.
Yeah, and this is Aponte bounced back from them 2 kids, man.
Exactly.
Sorry.
I mean, either these guys are either these kids are like Irish twins, or or they're supposed to be real twins and they don't look anything alike.
No. Yeah, I'm going with Irish because one of them's got a lot of hair and the other one's not quite as hairy.
Yeah.
There's probably about 9 months apart.
Or they just found 2 random kids, which it'd be interesting if I probably took the time to research it. We'll probably find out it was like Scott Eastwood was one of the babies,
Yeah, it's probably the one that actually Clint Eastwood's holding, yeah.
Right, yeah, something like that. The one he's like, quiet, will ya?
Yeah. That's actually a good point, man, because let's do a little math. This was 86. That makes him about right or close to it.
Yeah, I mean,
it'd be easy
possible.
casting.
Yeah, right. Well, you see that all the time. I mean, like, I think it was in Avengers Endgames. The kids that come up to Hulk in the diner were one of the kids of the Russo brothers, and Hawkeye's daughter was the daughter of one of the Russo brothers. I forget which one, but directors do that stuff all the time.
Yeah. And the kids, I mean, the kids are adorable, and Clint Eastwood's reaction to them is about what you would expect, man. He's like, quiet, will you? And he has the kid back. He's like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. I mean, he's holding the kid like you would a puppy almost, but he's still holding. Well, because they just threw the kid in his lap or in his hand so they could clean up. Which it's funny because it's the pile of laundry that's on the couch doesn't look like she was sitting there folding it. It looks like a prop pile of laundry just to give him something.
It's probably been sitting there. It's been cold. It's in there long enough that it's actually got wrinkles that are from, or they're cold ironed in. When they've been there long enough.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, the whole gist of this is, Aponte, who hasn't been showing up, Gunny is well aware of this. He threatens Stitch Jones. Stitch Jones takes him. Aponte. he ain't heavy and he sure ain't his brother. So he has to rat him out. Gunny's onto him. But what they neither one of them expected this from Gunny of all people, that he actually has a heart of gold. And he said, Gunny, I try to get all the forms, I try to get this, there's not enough money, for the Corps. And I can't remember if we talked about this or not, but there are plenty of people that, they get married, they have kids, and then they can't afford to take care of their kids in the Marine Corps, and they're on WIC and stuff like that. It happens.
Yep. Yeah, military life, man, it's a good life, and it's a great life if you got your stuff together. But if you don't, man, it can get expensive and it can get hard real fast. Well, at least when we were in,
Yeah. I mean, we can't speak for
what it is
modern
now.
times, right? But it sounds like he said he went through all the forms, and there's just so much red tape and BS that
Hmm.
he took it onto his own hands to go get a job, which you and I did both that when we were in. We each
Yep.
got a part-time job, but of course we were doing our schedule allowed for that, and it didn't interfere with our duties as Marines.
No, and I don't think we would allow it because I mean, well, I just did a quick search. Scott Eastwood is exactly 34 years old. Well, at this point, it is born in '86. It's
Ah,
completely possible one of them kids, but I don't see him credited.
yeah. If he was born in '86, though, these kids are too old.
Yeah,
Too
yeah, by a
old.
few months. Yeah,
Because you got to remember, because
you're licking the afterbirth off of
right.
him.
Too old. He'll never become a Jedi.
Nope. No, 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 no.
So Aponte, though, he's like, so I took a job, and Gunny's like, you got a job? Like, he's totally confused. Like, what do you mean? What do you not want to be in a
You got
Corps?
a job. You're a Marine, man. What better job? You're a superhero. What the fuck are you talking about? You got a job. You bagging groceries?
He asked him flat out, well, do you want out of the Corps? No, hell no. So I like that Gunny is a one-man MWR, moral welfare recreation.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, the Gunny
morale.
fund.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he had his special fund, Gunnery Sergeants Only. It's about $2.
Yeah.
They act like he just gave him like $500 or $1,000 or
Yeah,
even
because
200.
apparently Gunny been holding out on everybody. I don't got 2/4 of it. I don't was it I wouldn't have what was the quote? Help me out, man. You're better with that.
He said if he's so broke that if it took a quarter to get around the world, no, I almost had it. He's so broke that he couldn't get out of sight if it took a quarter to go around the world or something like that. Thing is, yeah, he's got a couple bucks stashed aside. And he gives it to Aponte and his Mrs. Aponte, and they're so happy and they're kissing him, and he's throwing babies back at them. Take this, while he's giving the money. But go ahead and take a look. When I say a couple bucks, I mean a couple bucks.
You're absolutely right. I just saw that and I paused it and it was actually $2.
Yeah, $2. Now he can pay that kid from Better Off Dead. Yeah.
You gave $2. You can buy some gum and like a bag of Fritos. Here you go.
In 1983 money, that's like $4,000.
Yeah. Yeah, well, when you account for inflation and yeah.
I mean, yeah, he's helping out with the bills. He's going to help out with the paper route. Yeah, like
Yeah,
literally, he pulls
bought
up.
one pack of toilet paper.
It's you can see it at second like 15. He's got a wad
Yeah.
of cash. He starts pulling it out. It's literally it's a George Washington $1.
Yeah. One. Yeah. Oh, he's a dumb Lance Corporal.
Lance Corporal don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Baby, we're rich.
Yeah.
Well,
I
know
can go ahead.
Well, you know what he's going to do? He's going to take that $1 and go. All you need is $1 and a dream back then. You go there, he's going to play the lottery, and he's going to hit it big.
Yeah, he's gonna win. Or he can go to the vending machine and get that honey bun he always wanted.
Yeah, you get a little bit left over. Um,
Yeah.
you notice that Mrs. Aponte kisses Gunny, and he's like, "Yeah, thanks, whatever." But he seems so mad, like not a mad, but just like so annoyed with the situation.
He's like, what the? Yeah.
Of course, they celebrate, get a little nice, happy marital bliss kiss. Because
Mm,
all their
yeah.
all their money troubles have gone away.
Third kid's on the way.
Right? Yeah. Now, I do like the little bit of Gunny Stitch roadshow that we get when they leave. He goes, "Man, I always what did Stitch say?" He said, "I always knew you were Santa Claus."
Yeah.
So now that means Gunny's got to dress up as Santa Claus at the Recon holiday
Party.
party that they're gonna
Yeah.
have.
Yeah. And entertain all the kids. Oh no, sit on Gunny's lap. Yeah. Fuck you.
But I do like too, though, that just another one of those good lines by Gunny Highway, where Clint Eastwood, he warns Stitch Jones that if he ever pulls a stunt like that again, the only thing that's gonna get what he said, the only thing to get to the
The
brig
beat you to
faster.
the hospital is the
Yeah,
headlights of the
yeah.
you're
Well, no, yeah, no, that's the thing. He said the only thing that beats you to the brig is the headlights on the ambulance it's gonna take you there, or something like that. Which
Yeah.
is great. And of course, and then Stitch does something they did previously that I liked, when he calls him "Yes, sir, Gunnery Sergeant." No, Gunnery Highway. I got to listen to it again because he says it funny. Like,
And he just leaves him there.
"Yes, sir. Yeah, yes, sir, Gunnery Sergeant Highway, sir."
Yeah.
Gunnery Sergeant Highway, sir. Yeah. And of course, he's all happy. He salutes him. He's
Yeah.
Gunny gets in Chuzu's truck. Stitch starts going around the corner.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, you can almost hear the gravel hitting off of Stitch's
Right.
legs as the truck peels away.
Nothing but the tail light.
Yeah, 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 yeah. No theater lighting for this guy.
Yeah. There's,
He bathed in red.
yeah. Instead of hitting him with his left and right, he just left him in the dust. Nothing but the tail lights.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. Yeah. You got kids. I got kids. But I can
Yeah.
kind of sympathize with Gunny in this one. If somebody you don't know just hands you a kid and says, "Yeah, oh no, hold this," and he's like, "Oh,
Yeah.
enough of you
Well,
already."
you can tell the guy can barely make it through reading a, woman's magazine about being sensitive.
Yeah.
He's not exactly the nurturing type, but
Not at all.
his nurturing is, shooting AK-47s at his Marines so that they know what it sounds like.
Yeah. Yeah, so they can go home and make more of these monsters.
Right. And giving them $2 so all their money troubles can disappear.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Could you even? I mean, you could. No, there's not really a whole lot you could buy $2 at that time.
I mean, it's supposed to be a lot of money. Because he said, don't, that's the other thing. He said, don't worry, you can pay me back. Like,
Well,
look,
it's not going to be hard.
right, exactly, exactly. He literally could find it on the street and probably give it
Yeah.
back to him.
Or any couch cushions.
Right. This is gonna be, oh, look, man, everything's coming up Millhouse. I found $1. Everything's coming up Aponte. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I like a couple of the minutes there. I mean, a couple of the lines there, but not a lot to this minute.
No, there's a black and white picture in the background. It looks
I
like I'm not really sure what that's about.
Well, you know what it reminds me of? It looks almost like one of those old like cowboy, West.
Yeah.
I was almost thinking
Yeah.
it reminds me of like the cover of Tombstone, but like it's
Yeah.
not. It's not. It's a little. I think they're a little more formally dressed than that. But that's
Yeah.
the first thing I went to was like, oh, it's like an old, cowboy photo from like
Yeah,
the old
yeah,
West.
it's what I thought too, man. It was like an old 1800 style, but there's usually a little bit more sepia coloring in those old pictures
Yeah.
for whatever reason. So I'm not really sure if that's but I mean it could be any number of things. But yeah, it was like 5 different people,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
like it's old. I don't know who it could have been, but it was kind of interesting. It was out of place enough that you kind of draw your eye to it if you're watching.
Yeah, I noticed it. it's right when Gunny goes to leave and he gets kissed by the wife and he's just like, ugh. and
Yeah,
he just
get
wants
me
out
out
of
of here.
there, and you can see it over his shoulder there. It's kind of hard to make out for sure, like what it is. But I notice it's laundry day for sure because when Stitch and Gunny leaves, you can see all the laundry hanging on the porch, on the
Yeah.
screened-in porch. So
Oh yeah, you see all the clothes hanging. Yeah,
yeah,
like they don't have a dryer. Yeah, well
right. Well,
they
they
got the
might
gun.
not.
Yeah, the Gunny Fund. They go buy one.
Right, exactly. Well, maybe that's why you needed a job. Maybe their washer and dryer broke. Honestly. So, um, I really don't have a lot else for this minute. It's
No,
pretty simple minute.
no, we can beat this to hell with holding the kids.
Yeah.
And I mean, he squeezes the one he's holding. Gunny Highway squeezes him once, and the kid goes,
Yeah.
like, I love
Oh, they're fun.
you.
The fact that the kids are just like whining the whole time adds to
Yeah,
the chaos feeling of it. But
yeah.
anyways,
Watching a child sleep is chaos. He's just waiting for it to wake up.
well, like I said, I've said this. I was funny. I was going back and editing some minutes, and I'm like, every time something happens where Gunny like does something to kind of like earn the respect or show a different side of him or do
Yeah.
something positive, I'm like, this is the minute where they start to like this right here. It's like 7 or 8 episodes where I've mentioned where this is the turning point. That's what,
Yeah.
but again,
No.
this is all this. Stitch is the one I think, especially when he starts singing later. He makes a song about Gunny Highway. I think he's the one that gets everybody on board. But I think he's taking account of this. We've definitely counted him as the ringleader of the
Mhm.
of the group. It's going to get back to the team what he did. Plus Aponte was already kind of like falling in line with Gunny. It was just he just kept disappearing.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah,
thing is,
he's
the
one of
reason,
the first. Yeah. Raw.
yeah, and he kept disappearing too because that's what he did with the other guy.
Yeah.
So the other guy
But
didn't have $2 to give Aponte, or else he could have, not.
yeah, he would have showed up.
Yeah. So
Yeah, no, I think you're right. But also, I mean, he's the only one that we know that had like an NCO rank that's been mentioned in this movie at some point in time, I believe, is Stitch. He's
Collins
the
is
only.
no
Is
Collins is a
is he?
corporal. Yep.
Oh, was he? Okay.
Yeah. And
Well,
excuse
he's
me.
not a stand-up corporal.
Well, but he's not the second banana, as far as the
Yeah.
film is concerned.
Right. Yeah.
I speculated earlier when they were getting ready for PT when Gunny first took over the platoon, and that guy who I said, man, he looks like he's been in a while, and he's like, platoon's all ready for PT. So I bet you that
Yeah.
guy he had at least been a sergeant, in
Oh
real,
yeah.
he had that look to him. He was a little bit older than the rest of the Marines, and
Yeah.
he
Like
was
his hair starting to fall out.
yeah,
That's exactly what
yeah.
happens.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. At a young age.
Yep.
Well, anyways, I don't have anything else, so we
Nah.
said we
Let's
wrap
roll.
this up. All right. Well then, let's see.
Don't, hey, don't pull a back muscle.
Yeah, I know, right? Okay, so well, thanks everybody. Thanks for joining us for this Monday minute 70 of Heartbreak Ridge. Ask that everybody comes back on Wednesday for minute 71. We'll. The only thing that's going to beat Perry faster to minute 71 is the ambulance that's going to take him there. Perry, the next time you pull a stunt, any stunt, the only thing that... Okay, I got it. Never mind. Hold on.
Swing and a miss.
Right. All right. Because I think it's stuff, and then I have to start over.
All right, come on.
Okay. So just ask that everybody come back for minute 71 on Wednesday. And Perry, the next time you don't review the minutes, the only thing that's going to beat you fat... I can't do it, man. I got to think of the line. Oh, we'll just ask everybody to come back for on Wednesday for minute 71. And
Please
the only...
come back.
I'm going with that one. Fuck it.
Bye.
All right.
Oh. I love your effort.